Good morning, I'm Nathan Medos. It's Friday, December the 2nd, and you're watching Nightly News.
And I'm Bryson Yarbrough. We hope you had a great Thanksgiving break and a good first week back to school.
With breaking news about MLCPA's Teacher of the Month for November, we turn to Nightly News correspondent Isaiah Rocha.
Thanks, Nathan. It's that time of month again. Your votes are in, and we're excited to announce the Teacher of the Month for this November. And it is Mr. DEVORE! Congratulations, Mr. DEVORE. I bet you're so happy right now.
I'm extremely excited, Isaiah, especially since the students voted on this. It's a big honor.
The Teacher of the Month awards are presented by Nightly News and the high school newspaper. This award recognizes the hard work and dedication that our teachers put into our education. Mr. DEVORE, can you tell us why you became a teacher?
Well, Isaiah, it's all about the money. Actually, let me tell you a secret. In middle school, I hated school. Didn't like math, didn't like science, language arts, only PE and lunch. But in 8th grade, I had a teacher named Coach Yo. He made science fun. He blew something up the first day. And ever since then, I've loved it and I've wanted to inspire young men like you.
Oh, Coach Yo must be very fun. Mr. DEVORE, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for all you done. Also, I've been hearing rumors that you like my signature dab, so I'm going to do it right here, right now in your honor. Can we do it together?
Of course.
Reporting for Nightly News, I'm Isaiah Rocha. Back to you, Bryson and Nathan.
Thank you, Isaiah.
Here with breaking news and announcements are Nightly News reporters AUNG, Cook, and Michael PELTON.
Thanks, Bryson.
Here's what's coming up at MLCPA. The Fine Arts Department put on an incredible holiday concert last night. A big shout out to Mr. Hudson, Mr. Miller, and our band and choir for putting together such an excellent program.
Next Tuesday, the 7th grade journalism class will be taking a field trip to the Houston Holocaust Museum. Permission slips are due today.
We only have 10 days until school lets out for the holiday break on December 16th. Next week is the last full week of regular classes. Then the following week will be midterm exams.
This afternoon, 7th grade students will be attending an assembly with Mr. Mo Villa. Mr. Villa was the first Hispanic to serve in 2-year senior role in the White House. First when Bill Clinton was president as chief finance officer to Vice President Gore. And later, after President Obama was elected, he served as a director of administration for Vice President Biden.
That's all for the announcements this week. I'm Michael Pelton.
And I'm AUNG Cook. Back to you, Bryson and Nathan.
Thank you, AUNG and Michael.
With Syria in crisis, people fleeing to find safety in other countries, we go to Nightly News correspondent Maddox Williams for a deeper look.
Thanks, Nathan. The war in Syria has gone on for over 5 years and has claimed the lives of more than 250,000 people. But let's answer a few questions. Where exactly is Syria? It's a small country in the Middle East that sits between Iraq and the Mediterranean Sea. And what is this war all about? It is being fought between soldiers who support the president of Syria and a group of fighters known as rebels, who don't want him to be in power anymore. But why did it start, and what do both sides want? It began because some people decided to protest after 15 school children were arrested and reportedly tortured for writing anti-government graffiti on wall. The protests were peaceful to begin with, but in 2011, the army opened fire on protesters, killing 4 people. Then the following day, the Syrian army shot at mourners at the victim's funeral, killing another person. Many people were extremely upset at what happened. And soon, people across Syria were calling on the president to resign. However, he refused to do this, which made the protesters extremely angry. Complicating the situation further, the crisis in Syria has become more than just a war between people who are for or against the president. In early 2014, an extremist group of the Islamic State, or ISIS, began to take over large areas of the country. Other countries, including the United States, have joined forces to try and stop ISIS. The war has meant that millions of people living in Syria, including students just like us, have had to escape from their homes in order to find somewhere safer to live. When people are forced to leave their countries, they live like this. They become known as refugees. The conflict in Syria has one of the largest refugee movements in recent history. Many refugees have made the decision to try and reach Europe, which can be a long and dangerous journey. This is because some countries in Europe have said they will accept refugees who want to start a new life. President Obama pledged to welcome 10,000 refugees into our country, but that goal is far behind schedule. And now with Trump's recent election, the U.S. refugee plan are very uncertain. These people who are fleeing their home country in hopes of finding safety are often left in limbo, living in refugee camps, as many countries are refusing to allow them in. So what is next for Syria? The government forces and the rebel groups are unable to defeat each other or agree on the future, which means that the fighting is not likely to end anytime soon. Caught in the middle, millions of Syrian people's lives have been shattered by violence, death, fear, and displacement. Reporting for Nightly News, I'm Maddox Williams.
Thank you for bringing us that update, Maddox.
For some news a little closer to home, we go to Miguel again with an update on MLCPA's new building.
Thanks, Bryson. Are you tired of being in this old school building? Well, you're not going to have to wait for much longer. We're moving to our new building just down the street. The last time we talked about our new building was back in September, but a lot has changed from since then. As of last week, about 75% of the construction is complete. That means there's about 25% more left to go. Almost the entire outside of the new building is done. Bricks are up, windows are in, the roof is on. Now construction crews have moved inside to work in the interior. The new school is basically two schools under one roof. There will be a high school side and a middle school side. They'll be separated by a long hallway called Knights Hall. We'll also finally have some nice athletic facilities, which I'm excited about. I know many of you are excited to move. I spoke with Dr. Cook earlier this week and he said we are still on pace to move in April 2015, which is just 4 months away. Reporting for Nightly News, I'm Miguel Guillen. Back to you, Bryson and Nathan.
Thank you, Miguel. I can't wait to get into the new building.
I don't know, Bryson. I've really grown to love this old building we're in now.
Really? I hope you're kidding. Now for a sports update, we go to Jaden Bowers.
Thanks, Bryson. The Knights baseball trials for 7th and 8th grade are December 14th and 15th. You must have a physical on file to try out, no exceptions. Last night, the Leland Knights played Patrick Henry Patriots in 7th and 8th grade basketball. To say our Knights blew them out of the water would be an understatement. The 7th grade team, led by their fearless leader, Coach Laker, crushed the Patriots 36-2. Bryson Yarbrough and Joshua Bivens tied for top scorer with 8 points. Also, a big shout out to Morgan Hayes for 2 steals and 1 block. The 8th grade team, led by incredible Coach Neri, charged the Patriots 41-5. Joseph Ross brought in 10 points, Joshua Ekpo scored 9, and Carson Smith had 5 assists, and Joshua Sanders had 5 assists and 2 steals. Both of our Knights teams now have a 2-0 record. That's all for sports news. I'm Jaden Bowers. Back to you, Bryson and Nathan.
Thanks, Jaden.
Now for the most delicious news of the week, we go to Nightly News reporter Orion Irving.
Thanks, Bryson and Nathan. Here's your lunch menu update for next week. On Monday, the choices will be cheese pizza, chicken nuggets, and butter and jelly sandwiches. On Tuesday, you'll have a hard time deciding between sloppy joes, cheese, mac and cheese, and strawberry yogurt. On Wednesday, the choices will be cheeseburgers, chicken and waffle sandwiches, and southern western salads. On Thursday, you'll pick up from spicy chicken salads, chicken tikka masala, and southern western salads. On Friday, you'll have barbecue chicken, flatbreads, turkey meatball subs, and everybody's favorite, butter and jelly sandwiches. That's all for the lunch date this week. I'm Ryan Irving. Have a nice day.
That's all we have for this week. I'm Nathan Randolph reporting for Nightly News. Thanks for tuning in.
And I'm Bryson Yarbrough. From all of us here at Nightly News, we want to remind you that there are only 10 days until the holiday break.
There's no better way to end it with that high note.
Stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie sky is wide and high. Deep in the heart of Texas,